All of us reach a point in time where we are depleted and need to somehow find a way to reignite the fire within. But how do we spark that flame? Welcome to Reignite Resilience, where we will venture into the heart of the human spirit. We'll discuss the art of reigniting our passion and strategies to stoke our enthusiasm. And now, here are your hosts, Natalie Davis and Pamela Cass.
Well, and then it's going to lead us because we have another event live
Yes.
in
Yes.
person. And so if
Yes.
you were not able to come last January, we are doing it again because it was such a big success and it was amazing. And it's
Yes.
going to be just as amazing because we're going to get more speakers, different speakers.
Yes.
Yeah, and so we're excited. So that's going to be January 22nd, 2027. So you are
Yes.
getting over 6 months notice. Get
Yes.
this on your calendar now. It's the Friday of January, and it's the first full moon of the year.
The new year. Yep.
So
Exactly.
this
Yeah.
is going to be an absolute life-changing event. So you're going to start to hear us promote this because we're passionate about this. When
Yeah.
we started this podcast, we're like, okay, we just don't want to just do a podcast. I mean, it's great. We're meeting
Yeah.
amazing people. We also want to bring you extra value outside of the podcast. And this is why we did the 2-day virtual event. This is why we're going to do this. It's going to be annual. Every year we're going to do this actual in-person event. And I don't know, Natalie, I think next we need to do some retreats, some
Retreats,
think week
getaways,
retreats.
100%. Yes.
Because we've had multiple people ask us about facilitating think weeks for people. And
Yep.
this is what this podcast has birthed out of, the books
Yes.
have birthed out of, the education program, the online training program that we have for agents has birthed out of. I mean, we have birthed so many things out of those think weeks. And if we can share it with other people that do the same thing in their lives, whatever that is, if it's for their business, for their companies, or if they're wanting to launch a business or launch a
Yes.
podcast or whatever that looks like, we'll take you through it.
We'll hold that space for them to create what that looks like.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we
I
are
love that.
pro.
I think that's fabulous. And now you all understand why I need like my January 27 calendar up, right? Like this is where I'm in that moment where I'm like, this is great. But I'm definitely a person that is planning 6 months in advance. And so here we are halfway through the year, 6 months from now, already starts to push us into January if you're
Yeah.
not aware of it. As of you listening to this, we're officially in January. So let that sink in for a minute.
Just let it sink in that we are going to be at the end of the year before we know it.
Oh my gosh.
And
Before we'll
yeah.
blink and it'll be here.
Yeah,
God
and
willing. That'll be
will
yeah.
you look back
Exactly.
and say, "Wow, I rocked those last 6 months of this year?"
Exactly.
Or will you say, "Well, I just kinda coasted, just kind of
I made
rode
it.
on my laurels," or
Yeah.
did I actually
Yeah.
knock it out of the park? Well, I'm planning on knocking it out of the park, like,
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
we got stuff to do. Like,
There are
we
things
got
that need to be done. Things that need to be done, lives that need to be changed. And if we are just waiting for something to happen around us, then those things are not going to happen, right? Like
yeah,
we have to have the impact. We have to dream it and then do it. Like we have
yeah,
to take the action piece. And that I do love that, going back to the summit, everyone was able to walk away with an actual workbook
yeah,
that took them, that gave them like action items that they can start to implement and take, some significant action and strides towards their goals, whether they're resetting their goals or if they are um, just simply like making sure that they're on track and taking the steps to continue to hit those goals. Like I think all of those things were established with some of our participants and attendees, and some that were like, I never even worked on goals before this year, so they joined us, and those are always fun too, right? Like people that enter into the year that haven't set goals, no judgment, that's fine. They walked away with some after the summit, so that was good.
Well, it's interesting because, if I think about it, before I got into being an independent contractor, self-employed, I probably didn't have goals. I mean, I maybe had goals that my company set for me, but did we do business planning? I probably didn't in my old careers. I mean, I was in the restaurant industry. There's no
Yeah.
business planning. So
No.
I think it is probably foreign to a lot of people that are maybe W-2. But
Yeah.
here's the beautiful thing. You don't have to be an entrepreneur. You don't have to be a business owner to set goals because you can create goals that are personal. They don't have to be
Yes.
business related. And
Exactly.
I think that I would encourage you, if you've not done it, do a business plan for yourself.
Exactly.
And because you're,
I love that. That's so interesting, Pam, because I feel like I'm so separated from that past
I know I am too. That's why I
professional
was just like,
life.
wait a minute. I don't think I did that.
I know that I didn't.
Yeah, I
Absolutely not.
totally didn't.
You kind of had targets that were
Yeah.
assessed for you.
Yeah.
Um, but I had personal goals, like things that I wanted to do, but that was around
Yeah.
like experiences and
Yeah.
travel and,
Yeah.
things that the kids needed to do or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
But for my career, I didn't have a space to create goals. I don't even know if I had input to share what I wanted or hoped to achieve out of I don't know, maybe I met with HR and they asked me something like that. Whatever happened, it wasn't memorable because I don't remember it.
Okay. That's funny, and it's interesting because when I was, just selling real estate and then went into leadership in the real estate space, one of the first thing I did was I met with all of my staff and said, "What are your goals?" And they're like, "Well, what do you mean goals?" I'm like, "What are your personal goals? Where do you see yourself in 5 years?" And so I know that nobody had ever asked them that question before.
Correct.
So you don't wait
Correct.
for a leader to ask you that question. Ask that question of yourself. Where do I want to be in 5 years? Where do I want to be in 10 years? If
Yeah.
it's, I love this job that I'm in and I am fine doing this the rest of my life, great, own it. But if
Right.
there's something you're like, you know what? No, I would really like to do blank and the sky's
Yeah.
the limit. Then you can start working your way backwards and figuring out, well, what needs to happen this year to start moving me towards that 5-year
Yeah.
vision that I have for
What's going to
myself.
move that needle
Yeah.
forward?
Yeah.
100%. 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's so interesting. And I can see where individuals, when posed with that question, could probably shut down, right?
Yeah.
Especially if they're salaried or hourly employees, where they're not in a space where they have to think about their goals, where they would think, well, should I want more? Do I want more? No, that's not. And that's one of the things that we talked about during the Success Summit is like latching onto these things, these goals that we're striving for that are not actually ours. The whole premise is figuring out what you want and then lock into it and then figure out how you're going to get there. Like that's it. All of these things like the external society tells you what it's supposed to look like. A mentor has told you what it's supposed to look like. Your boss tells you what it's supposed to look like. That has no influence on it. What do you want? How are you going to get there? And creating the plan to do it is what we touched on.
And I
Yeah.
think that's the key there is it's gotta be your goal,
Yes.
not what you saw. Because I mean, you just mentioned about all these people doing this social media,
Yeah.
challenge for 40
Oh
days.
yeah.
You're like, "Well,
Yeah.
this influencer is doing it this way."
Yeah.
And I could see your mind say, "Well, maybe that should be one of my goals." But
Yeah.
you were
I
able to
didn't.
say not my goal, not mine. But it's hard when you're like, you get the
Yeah.
little bit of the FOMO. Well, if they do it, are they
That's
gonna
it.
be successful and I'm gonna be left behind? And it's like,
That's it.
no.
Exactly. That's it. I feel like that's the only thing that the impact that it has is like I just have this sense of FOMO. I'm like, okay, well, how's it going for everyone? I didn't do it.
Yeah,
I'm not
so
doing it.
you gotta let that go because if
Yes.
again, and I think we said this a while ago, if it's not truly your heart's desire, you're
Yeah.
never gonna be able to get into flow state and you're never gonna do it. You just won't do it. And so I would challenge you if for those people that do have goals that they've got on their wall, their vision board or whatever, ask yourself the question, does that light me up? Like, does that get
Yes.
me excited? And if the
Exactly.
answer is no, then whose goal is it? Is that your
Exactly.
goal or was that somebody else's goal? Maybe it was you saw one of your friends, they achieved that or and if that's the case, let it go because you will never achieve it. And then you're just going to always feel, you're always going to be down on yourself thinking, oh
A
my gosh,
hundred
I
percent.
should be doing that. And I should, no, you shouldn't. If it's not your goal and it's somebody else's, it shouldn't be on there. Let
It
it go.
shouldn't even
You,
take your attention and energy.
exactly.
Yeah.
Natalie and I are
Yeah.
giving you permission to remove it
Yes.
and figure out what lights you up. Like when
Or
somebody
tweak it.
tweak it or
Yeah,
tweak
or you
it.
might need to tweak it. Yeah, if you need to tweak it, great. If you need to cut it all together, great. But if it's not yours, you gotta do something with it. Don't just keep pushing and grinding and trying to
No,
do it because that's what you're gonna do is push and grind, and it's gonna
and
feel
then that
awful.
leads to burnout,
Exactly.
and we don't want that.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. That's so true. That
Yeah.
yeah, so I do love that piece of it. We had Miss Sherry that Miss
Ah,
Sexy Flexy that
yes.
came on and gave us the four chambers framework as well, which I was completely in awe of, like hearing her personal story as well. She was able to give us just how she came to this framework and understanding of the importance of all areas of our lives fitting into the four chambers of our heart as well. And we had a little bit of movement, which was good. And that was like
It's
we had
fun.
spent some days together, and then we got to move our body. And that I think I shared this on the recording, or and definitely shared it live. Is that I spend a lot of time, especially on my creative days, in front of my computer at my desk, and I'm fine with it. Right? I can probably sit
Yeah.
and knock out a good 12 hours at my desk and not have a problem, not having any interruptions and things like that. The fact that she was able to get us to move our body, get the blood flowing and get the juices flowing, like I felt like I was really firing on all engines at that point, and it was maybe 3 minutes,
Yeah.
maybe.
Well, and that just yeah, then you just wonder, could you shrink that 12-hour day to a
Yes.
lesser amount of time?
Yes.
If your body is more fired up, you're able to be way more focused and
100%.
on your work. And so
Yes.
that's the idea of getting into that flow stage.
$100%.
When we are not fully in our bodies and we are
Yeah.
exhausted and we are just grinding, it's going to take us longer to do things.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
so,
Yeah.
yeah, I challenge you to shrink that 12 hours down to an 8 hour and
Facts.
then
Absolutely, I
yeah,
could. I think if I was able to incorporate, like, the body movement piece,
yeah,
throughout my day, um, it would make a huge difference. It
yeah.
would make a huge difference.
Well,
Yeah,
maybe I should just
100%.
I'll just text you, like, maybe on the hour, and I'll say, "All right, time for a
Time
3-minute
to move.
dance party." And you can do you I don't I we don't have to do anything. I'll
Yes,
just tell you, all right, it's time for your dance party."
dance party. You know what? Here's the thing, my smart ring already tells me that, and I don't do
And you
it.
just ignore it, and you ignore it. Well, I
Do. I'm like, "Dismiss notification. I know I need to stretch my legs. Let me sit for a minute. Give me a minute."
I love dancing and I love music, and so, I am very, very newly an empty nester, and, I was introduced to this new song, and it's got this incredible beat. Let me tell you how I had my AirPods in, and I know I was singing loud. I'm sure my neighbors fricking heard me. I don't
It
give a
doesn't matter.
hoot about it,
Not your
and I was
problem. Yeah.
dancing around, and let me tell you, I had to drive somewhere today, and I was dancing in the car to the
Nice.
I'm like, "I don't even care." You get to a certain age, you don't really
Just
care anymore
you
what
just
people think,
it's just
but I
nice to
was
just
just
move your
moving.
body.
Oh my gosh,
Yes.
and I just it literally gives you this, like, jolt of energy, and so
Yes.
instead of sitting in your computer for 12 hours, like, give
Oh,
yourself
yeah.
maybe it's 45 minutes or an hour, and then you up,
Party
move your
break.
body for 3 minutes, do a
Yes.
dance party. I
Oh, I I should be I should be more forthcoming. Like, I'm not sitting here for 12 hours.
Oh, okay, okay, okay,
No, no, no. No, no, no.
okay,
No, no, no. But
okay.
that it's I do feel like I could shrink the day down though, right?
Yeah,
Like, I feel
yeah,
like where I am. And again, it becomes when you're in that flow state, one, like, you're in that flow state, things
yeah.
just come
Oh,
so much faster and they just work so much like,
yeah,
everything just aligns, and so that helps tremendously, and I know it because I journal on it. There are days where one of my focuses, or like my if it might even pop up in the form of a gratitude, is like my ability to stay in the flow state. Like that pops up for me in some of my morning routines, and I know like what I'm in the flow state, because then the next day I'm like, gratitude for being in the flow state and being able to knock out a big project or whatever.
yeah.
Not every day is like that. Again,
No,
so this again for everyone, like we talk about this, we are in no way, shape, or form perfect, and we're not striving for perfection at all.
no.
What we are striving for is continuous progress,
Yeah,
and
that
that's the thing. Yeah.
1%. better
Yeah,
every
every
day.
day.
And
1% better every
um,
day. Yeah.
that's all. Just
Yeah,
wanted
if
to,
I could shrink my day down into, who was it? Was it Tim Ferriss that has the 4-hour work week?
yeah,
The 12-hour, wait, 4-hour, I think
is
it's
it
4
4
hours. It's
hour
a
work
4-hour.
week?
It is the 4-hour work week. Yeah, exactly. So it doesn't even sound right
Yay.
saying it.
I just had a hive pop up from hearing that 4 hour
And
work.
he wrote that book well before any automation systems and large language learning models. So
Okay.
imagine that.
Oh,
Imagine that now. We've been giving tools to leverage ourselves significantly.
yeah.
I would love to get my
All
the
right.
flow state to 20 minutes and have a 4-hour work week. That is
Oh,
ideal for me. That's
all
my
right.
goal that I'm striving
That
toward.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's what Reignite Live 2027 is the key.
Yeah.
Like, because I mean, this time bender framework, I think it's something we can keep going a little deeper on.
100%.
And it's how do we get to that space where we are so in the flow state that we can shrink our work week
Yes.
down to 4 hours or even, I mean, whatever that looks like. And maybe it's not going from what we are now to 4 hours. Maybe it's just incrementally
Yeah.
shrinking it.
No, I would go into, like, not anaphylactic shock, but what is that shock? Like hyperthermic shock or
Yeah,
whatever,
like
like,
my body would be like, "What are we
don't
what
take
is
my
this?"
regular week and only give me 4 hours a week.
No,
Now I don't want it. I'm gonna resist it and repel it, but, I want to get there in a way that feels
natural.
natural.
So
Exactly,
it's like
exactly.
over a period of time. And so
That's the
what are
thing.
the
I don't
so
wanna
that's
force it.
no, I don't wanna force it. So that's our work over
No.
this next 6 months prepping for 2027, January
Yeah.
22nd is how do we shrink our work week so that we are dialed in flow state every time we
Yeah.
sit down to do any sort of work. And that's gonna yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna have to go back and read the book now. I'm
dang it, we got homework. Yeah,
Now
that's
here,
what
I
we
just
do to
listen, as we
ourselves.
talk about, like, pulling things off of our schedule, now I'm like, well, now I need to I need to actually
Yeah.
read the book. So I'm gonna add something else to my
Alright,
schedule.
well, I'm gonna
So
add it alright, I'll add it to my list of I'll read it as well, and let's figure out yeah.
exactly, I need to see how long of an audio read is that.
Yeah, 'cause
And are we saying it right? It is a 4-hour work
that's
week.
what I thought it was.
The
How many
expanded version, we can list it released in 2009. It's a
well
13-hour read.
well, crap. If that's a 13-hour read and we're only working 4 hours a week, that's gonna take me freaking 3 weeks to listen to it. Shit,
This would constitute as the work. I think this is the
damn it.
extracurricular.
Okay. Alright, fine, whatever.
Goodness. Small incremental steps, you all. However you and if it takes you 3 weeks to get through the book, it takes you 3 weeks to get through the book. That's fine. That's
That's
great.
okay, that's okay, I won't remember what was on the first page, but I'll get it done.
By the time you get to the end, it's so funny. I have a friend that has like we met for coffee a few months ago, and she had all of these books that she recommended, and I kept like, if you tell me a book, I have to flag it and add it to my
Do
reading
that,
list right
yep,
away, or else I'll
same thing.
forget. And so she was telling me a book, and she told me another book, and she told me another book, and after the third book, I looked at her and I said, "Do you read any books that are shorter than a 13-hour read? Like, why are your books so long? Like, why is everything so long?"
I know,
She gave
I'm
me
like
like 4 reads
9
that were all 20-hour reads. I was
yeah,
like, "Oh my
I'm
gosh."
like 9 hours or less, I'm good.
Then
You
I'm
get to
good.
that 13, 16, I'm just like, it's gotta be an epic book to get me to actually finish it. Because I feel like
To see what that
some of those
is.
books, and I don't know if
Yeah,
you've experienced it, some of those books that are those double
repetitive.
digit times, it's just the same stuff said multiple different ways, and I'm like, "Shrink this, like, give me the cliff notes
Mhm,
on
mhm,
this."
mhm.
Um,
I know
yeah,
the publishers don't wanna hear that, but welcome to
I
the new
know they don't
age.
wanna
This
hear
is
that,
what we
but
want.
here's what we don't have a lot of extra, time.
Time. This is what we're trying to scale back, and now I'm gonna dive into a 13-hour book.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I will put it on my list. We will both read it. And we
It'll be good.
will, yeah. And
I'm reading a pretty lengthy one right now for a mastermind group and prep for it that kicks off here in the next
I
couple of
know.
weeks. So I'm just like, okay, we can do all of the things, and that in an effort to prepare us that we can stop doing all of the things and do only the
We're going
things
to
that are in
keep
a flow
preparing
state.
to prepare to prepare to
I'm
be
not doing that. Yeah, I'm not. I'm gonna just do it. That's why I just committed.
Yeah.
We're reading the book.
We're just gonna do it because we are
It is
going
happening.
it's
Yes,
gonna happen because I wanna work 4 hours a week.
exactly.
And
I mean, did you see okay, for the listeners, I know if you're listening and not seeing the video version of this episode, we couldn't even, like, comprehend saying the term 4-hour work week. Pam was like, "4? No, not
that
a
can't
4 hour
be
you
right.
4-hour work day? Like, for"
Yeah. That can't be right. That can't be right. Like, my body was already rejecting it. So it's probably gonna take me 13-hour read to actually get my body to, like,
We're gonna get you there.
"Okay.
We're gonna get
Oh,
you there. And who was it? It is yeah, it is Tim Ferriss. Hey, Tim
uh,
Ferriss, if you're hearing this episode, you should come on the show and talk to us
yeah,
about
you
it.
should
Okay,
totally be on the."
perfect.
Oh my gosh. Alright. I think we've
Anyways,
done
if
it.
you didn't realize it, we had a lot of fun at the Success Summit. So, mid-year Success Summit, it's a wrap. The recording is available for you to check out each of the speakers' segments. They're broken down. The entire workbook is online for you as well. So you get to download a copy of the workbook, create your own 90-day plan of what you want to do, how you want to take action, and create change in your life and make sure that you're doing it from a place that's total alignment and flow. But yeah, it was a good time. A good time
It
was
was a
had.
good
A
time.
good time was had.
Okay, I don't think we can ever do something where we don't have a good time.
Facts. Not
I
possible.
mean,
Not in my DNA.
no. No. So, I mean, if it involves us, you all know it's gonna be a good time.
100%. Like
So,
my little DNA strand thing,
yeah,
mine are probably having a dance party the whole time. They're
totally,
all having a good time.
totally,
And that's
totally.
not from caffeine. That's just because we're having a good time.
That's
We're a
just
good
'cause we're
time.
just having a we are a good time. We bring the good time with
We're
us
here. Yeah, as long
for
as
the
it's
good
not too
time.
peoply, I'm good.
Too people-y.
It's too peoply. If it's too peoply, I'm out.
I think that's
I don't wanna. I'll be on the wall hanging out in the corner. You
the
know, I'll be
the
in the
word
corner.
for 2026, people-y.
Yes. Too
Too
peoply.
people-y. It's 2 people. I can do people-y, I just have to be prepared for the people-y. You know? I have to be like, "Okay, this is gonna be people-y, Pam, because I'm an introvert, and the
Yeah,
too
yeah, yeah,
people-y
same.
is a
Yeah.
lot. It will suck the energy right out of me."
Say maybe that would be a goal for myself moving forward. It's not. I am I peopling is hard. It's a verb. Peopling is hard for me. Not hard. It's not hard.
It's
It's draining,
pleasurable.
I guess I should say. And so I am definitely the person that is like I find a spot in the room and then I wait until the room rotates around me cuz people at networking events are always working, quote unquote working the room. And so my philosophy has been how about I plant, y'all work, and then eventually I'll see you. And that's it.
Yeah,
That's
and
what I
that's a
do. That's
different
my tip.
approach, and I like that approach because our friend Dennis does the other approach where
He
he does a figure 8.
he
He comes
does.
in and he does a figure 8. He makes sure that everybody sees him, has at least heard his voice, and then
Yes.
he's mysteriously gone, and nobody
Yes.
saw him
And
leave.
by the time you send him a message to say, "Hey, where are you?" He's already at
He's
home
at or at
enjoying
some
his
other
evening.
event.
Yes,
Um,
or at another event.
so
Exactly.
I he is a master at peopling, like a
Exactly. He did.
master.
Yes, that's true. That
Yeah,
is true.
I strive to
The
be him.
first time I experienced that, I was like, "Oh, I need to connect with him," and then I couldn't find him at the event, and so I sent him a text, and I was like, "Hey, are you still here?" "Nope."
Already home in the bathtub with a glass of wine.
"Noted. Now I know who you are. Got it. I understand.
Yeah,
I don't know what I was thinking,
but
but now I
yes,
understand."
exactly, and so I strive to become him
Yes,
because
he
he's
does it
like
well. That would still be a lot for me. I like my strategy. I'm gonna stick to it for right now until
yeah,
something else tells me that I need to
but if
try it
we
otherwise,
want a
but
4-hour work week, those
yeah,
events need to be a 20-minute situation of
true.
figure 8 in and out.
If they exist at all in my life.
Exactly, exactly, to be continued.
That Tim Ferriss is gonna have some tips for us. We'll see. We'll report back to you all with
Yes,
the Cliff Notes version of what we
yes,
took away and what we
yeah.
actually applied because, again, it all comes back to our
You
teachability
sure
index. We're
doing
not
that?
gonna just simply read the book for entertainment purposes, which is something that I don't do. But we're not gonna read the book for entertainment purposes. We're gonna read it, digest it, report back, and let you know what we're doing, because what's the fun if we don't have you all hold us accountable?
Exactly, exactly, we gotta have a few 100,000 people, like, keep us accountable.
Keep me accountable. Let me know what I said I was gonna do. And then when you see me in person, just remind me.
on
Or
January
check
22nd.
in. I
Yeah.
will be transparent.
Yep. You
Yes.
can check in with us in person, January 22nd, Loveland, Colorado,
That's right.
2027. So,
Casa Sagrada, save the date, mark the calendar. It's a Friday. It just so happens to be the same date that we held it last year. I didn't even realize
yep.
that until planning it.
Yeah.
So January 22nd, 2027. All right.
See you
We will
then.
put details in the show notes. Thank you all for coming back and listening. If you've not subscribed, feel free to do so right now on your favorite listening platform. And then if you feel that there's somebody in your life that would benefit from listening to this episode, share it with a friend. And if there's something that you all would like to hear in the future episodes, feel free to reach out to us as well, podcast at reigniteresilience.com, and check out what's going on in our world at reigniteresilience.com. Until next time, we'll see y'all soon. Have a good one.
Thank you for joining us today on the Reignite Resilience podcast. We hope you had some aha moments and learned a few new real-life ideas to fuel the flames of passion. Please subscribe on your favorite streaming platform, like or download your favorite episodes, and of course, share with your friends and family. We look forward to seeing you again next time on Reignite Resilience.
Reignite Resilience family, we are so excited to share with you that the book, The Quiet Gift, A Journey of Self-Worth and Resilience, is now available on audiobook at Amazon. Make sure that you check the link in the show notes so that you can click on that and download a copy of the audiobook. This is an amazing story written by Pam as a part of the Red Journal series and narrated by Kristen Aiken Salata. So we hope you enjoy. Until next time, we'll see you soon.